All right, Miss Franklin, you there? See who's in the room. Sure.
Yeah,
All right, are you on your computer or are you on the phone?
I'm on my computer.
Okay, cool. Okay, so I'm gonna set a clock for 10 minutes. Just set your screens up like I have done mine, so we can get started. This clock expires, we're gonna get into the norms and the problem. But this after this clock expires, everybody else is late. So take some time and resize your screens. Okay, a few students are coming in now. Okay. I'm just waiting for them to populate. Daje's here. I see her.
Hey, Mr. Tyler.
Hello, Miss Moore. Some other students came in the room too. I think I seen Sankara and Gabe. I don't see them in the list yet. Okay. So everybody that just got here, the clock is running just to get you time to set up your screens before we start on the problem. So you want to have on. Okay, who's that? Gabriel. You want to have on the screen. What I have is a Edsby. You got to log into Edsby, everybody, and then on the other screen here, you want to kind of get into what is it? Your Google Docs. So make sure you're in your Gmail account, and you're going to go to you're going to go to Google Docs basically. Once we're there, you're then going to go into click a blank document, and I see Sankira and Gabe has arrived. Okay, because I seen them a minute ago. It just takes them a second to get in. Um, so again, we got a total of 8 more minutes to be setting all this up, and then we're going to jump right into it with our norms, and then also the problem itself. So use this time to get ready to start. And this is also the time to give people as a grace period to get to the class. That's somebody else. Okay. Who is this now? Lisa Brown is joining us. Okay. So there's 7 more minutes to set your screens up. Make sure you got your computers. We got to be on computers and not these cell phones, so you can type it and it's not hard on you. Also, please make sure your stuff is got the cable, or I'm gonna start the charger connect to it, so it doesn't lose charge. A lot of times you'll be like, "Oh, I can't. My computer's about to go out," and it's because you're not probably not sitting at a desk and probably not plugged up to the wall. So please make sure that's connected, so you don't get disconnected at all. All right, we got one more student. Who's this? Coming into the room. We gotta wait for him to show on the side. Lee Carter has arrived. Okay. So we're just setting up our screens, Mr. Carter. You want to resize your screens. You have two screens, and that way you'll be able to keep up with the work. We should already have named our document, due now, right? And today's date, which is the 16th, September 2020. Somebody else is coming in the room. Who is that? Uh, Joel is here. Okay.
Yo.
How you doing, sir? Just giving you guys time to set up. After this clock expires, everyone else will be considered late. So you guys are here.
But
Okay, somebody's joining us. Who is this? Let's see, I got Melody Terry has arrived. Okay. I was doing through the list of attendance. All right, so it's getting close to that time for us to start. Let me see who's going to be marked absent. Um, so let me side by side this so I can see everybody's names. Mr. Allen is not present. He's absent. Mr. Barber, absent. Lisa Brown, present. Miss Camacho, did I see her? Jacqueline. No, oh, I'm looking at the wrong class. All right, let me go to third. I'm like, what is all this? Okay, here we go. So Lisa Brown is present. Lee Carter is present. Latrell Champagne is not present. Khalil Connor is not present. Raymond Davis is not present. Sharon Franklin is present. Sankara Lightu is present. Gabriel Mayweather is present. I see him there. Dajae Moore is already spoke to her. She's here. Joelle is here. Lamar Porter's not here. Christian Puentes is not here. We have a new student, Ariana Richardson. She's not present. I gotta follow up on that. Melody Terry, I saw her. She's there. Okay. Jamil Tyler, not here. Alexis Valdez, not here. Katavish, I think that's the name. Wallace, not present. All right. So we got a few more seconds. You should have sized your screens the same way I sized my screens, okay? So I need to turn the microphone off for when this beeper goes. Okay, let me minimize this. Okay, so we're at this point. There we go. I wanted to make sure I could see it on the other screen. At this point, we're going to go through and do our norms. Let me scroll up a little bit, and I'm just calling you one by one as it shows in my Google list, my Google Meet list. So the first person up to bat is number one, Miss Moore. Can you read number one, please?
No one has the right to hurt another person.
Very good. Gabriel, number two.
Education in the classroom is sacred.
Thank you. Joel, number three.
We will never behave in a way that will discredit ourselves, our school, our family.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Carter, can you read number four?
In the Excel Academy Southwest, students is always learning or gentlemen.
Thank you very much, sir. Lisa Brown, number five.
We take pride in the Southern Academy of Southwest.
Thank you, Lisa. All right, we got five more to go, everybody. Who is next? Melody Terry, can you read number one?
We respect the opinions.
Thank you. Sinkyra, can you read number two?
We respect the culture.
Thank you. Miss Franklin, number three.
We are attentive and participate.
Thank you. Dajae, can you read number four? Miss Moore, are you there?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was reading on my microphone. We have high expectations on our.
Thank you, ma'am. We got, hold on, one more person. Gabriel, can you finish it off with number five while this person comes in?
We are here to focus on preparing ourselves for post-secondary endeavors.
That is so awesome. Oh, this is Mr. Champagne. He's arrived. All right. And Mr. Rush. Cool. All right. So I can go back and note. Let's see. Mr. Champagne is present now. All right. So let's get into the meat and potatoes of the problem, which is if you go on NSB, I gave you guys that whole 10 minutes at the beginning of class to begin resizing your screens. So you're able to, on one side of the screen, see the problem. on another side of the screen, actually type it up along with me. So let's go ahead and type in our header. Some of you should have already done this. If you didn't, do it now. So my first name, my last, and I mean it's my name, but you put your name there. And then the date, of course, is Wednesday the 16th of this month. And don't forget what period we're in. We're in period number 3, right? Third period. So the name of this class, you guys are robotics students, but it's technically termed as Intro to Engineering. And you guys are the A section, and the last period is the B section. That doesn't mean one's harder and one's not. It's just 2 sections of the class. It could be called Intro Engineering 1 and Engineering 2. There's no difficult change. Next is a title. Now, I tell you guys all the time where to look for in your EDSB to find the title.
Jamming with Rock Hero.
That was Sinkara. I had my list open at that time. Cool. So yes, Miss Lighter, she got the 10 points. So what happens when we're paying attention, right? Let me come back here. So she got that from here in the do now, right? And EDSB, it says jamming with Rock Hero. That's what she's telling you. So we're going to type our title and put this in the center. It's called Jamming with Rock Hero. Okay. Come down one. Coming back to this side of the how it's aligned. And we're going to start off with some more participation points just to get you guys some assistance. So here's how this works. I'm going to copy and put in the chat what I want someone to read. Now listen, I don't want you blurting out answers. Type ME and then you can just read it. You get 10 points for participation. I'm going to set a clock of 30 seconds. So I put it in the chat. You guys type me in order to read it. So let's see if we're listening to the instructions I gave. 30 seconds. Who would like to read what's in the chat? You have to type Gabriel. Okay, let me stop the clock. Gabriel, you can go on and start reading, sir. Gabriel, is your microphone working? I don't hear anything.
Synchronous problems need to be completed and ready to present tomorrow in class. Asynchronous problems have to be completed as homework and will be checked.
Okay, and the only thing he didn't read was hello, all future electrical engineers. That's you guys in his class, right? That's how I'm treating you. So don't think I'm trying to be hard on you, nothing. But he got 10 points. I need another student to type me after I put the question in the chat to read off today's question. So I'll put that here. You just type ME for me if you want to read the problem. Put 30 seconds on there. Okay. Oh, Gabriel, she got you. I'm sorry, man. Franklin got it right. You almost. You put E in the ME and then she got you if you look in the chat. So Sharon, go ahead and read the problem if you can, please.
As you and your friend prepare to play Rock Hero, you push on the drum set to slide it into position. You exert a horizontal force of F equals 42 newtons. Kinetic frictions opposites the motion with a force of F 22 newtons. You slide the drum a distance of D equals 1.8 meters. The weight of the drum set is mass gravity equals 54 newtons. What is the total work done on the drum?
Okay, thank you. And that's a nice little problem to read out, and you got all the words pronunciated right. So that's 15 points for that. Now, let's move into the problem. You should be copying what I put in the chat, or you can get it from EDSB into your actual Google document, right? So I'm going to take a second. I'm going to take this straight from the chat where I put it at. I'm going to copy that. You should be doing as I do, so this is not hard on you. I'm going to put this right here in your Google Doc. Now, let's blow this up some so you can see. Let's zoom in to about 150 and give you a little bit of an idea. Is it visible for you guys, or should I do 200? See, I do 200.
I can see it.
Everybody can see it. Okay, so I'm going to work with 200 for the moment. And then as we get more done, I'll zoom out. So it should be visible to see what I'm doing. You should be doing exactly what I'm doing, typing it up. Now we're going to get into how to calculate this. So there's a couple of things you need to be aware of. One, there's 3 types of work involved. You got positive work, negative work, and zero work. Now, positive work, let me see if I can do something here. You got this situation going on. So I'm going to create, and you guys, you have to pay attention to what I'm doing because I want you to do the same thing. We're getting more and more advanced with how we are including representations of what's happening. Now, I said 3 types of work. So let's dig into that because this is the notes you need to be successful. We have positive work, right? We have negative work. And we also have zero work. So positive work has the designation, and let me see, can we do it now? I'm just gonna come right here and we're gonna make some some images. So we insert, and if we go to image, no, I'm sorry, drawing, you click on new. Once you click on new, I want everybody to get to the screen. I want you to draw these 3 types of shapes. And then once you get done drawing them, you'll save, it'll be right there where you see it. So do the first one with me. And that's going to be, what do we say? Positive work, right? So positive work is about an angle that's less than.
Why you do that again, Mr. Tyler?
No problem. Hold on. So I'm going to save close. I'm going to come back. We go to insert, right? Come down to drawing and click on new. Right? So it brings up a screen where you can make a sketch to put in your document. The first one we're going to do is positive work. So I'm going to click on pretty much give me a line, and it'll turn to a plus sign if you did it right. And you just draw a line, right? Just like that. Now you got to use the boxes to keep your lines clean and flush. And then what I want to take one more line to make an angle. So I'm going to click back on here and I say, hey, I want to create one more line. And come here and I'm going to connect it there. So this is making positive work. It's an angle that looks like this, right? No, I don't want you to do that. So I click on my arrow and make sure I select arrow so it's not doing the same thing. And I can move it down. And there we go. We have what you would call a 45 degree angle, but it's less than 90. So let's write that in there. Can we put text in here? Yeah. This one, so you'll know, because you're going to need this later. And you should be doing what I'm doing. I clicked on the text box. Is make sure you have this in your notes. Negative 90 degrees. We talked about degrees before. And it is going to be less than, this is the range you got to put it in. Don't forget we have theta. And then it's got to be theta inside has got to be less than a positive 90. Positive 90 degrees. Okay, so that's the first one we're going to make sure. What did you say?
Can you zoom in? I can't see.
Okay. Let me see if I can zoom in for you. How about now?
Well, I messed up my line. How can I start over?
Yeah, you got to play with it. You got to click on the line that you don't want, right? And just hit the delete button. And you can click and drag and move the line if you have a mouse like me. So this is the first one you got to create. And you got till 8 p.m. to make these. I don't want to take all day with this, but you got to make 3 types. So if you can't see it, it's okay. You just got to recreate it the way I did, and then you'll be able to see it. But I zoomed in as much as I can. I think you can see it on my. I'm looking at my screen. Your image has to look like this. Your very first one. I mean, this line is up too far, but it makes a 90 degree angle, less than 90 degree angle, which is what it's saying. It's about 45 degrees. So as long as it's not past 90, it'll be what we call positive work. So that's from here to here, right? We got one more to do. So I'm gonna take this line. I'm gonna right click it. I think I can do it that way, right? Yeah, and copy it and make another line because I want to bring this down and talk about the next work that I mentioned. I'll put this here. And what's the next one? We got positive. I'm sorry. Was it zero work? So zero work was when you have something that's 90 degrees, and 90 degrees is, let's take this line, a new one, and start it right from this junction point and go up. This makes a 90 degree angle right here. Okay. So from here to here is 90 degrees. This area is actually 90 degrees, and that's what you want to have. So what is the note for a 90 degree or a zero work situation? You can have an exactly negative 90 and get 0 work. You can have exactly positive 90 and get 0 work. So we're going to say theta for this situation. It's just real easy to sum that up what I said. Theta is going to be equivalent to positive or negative, right? And 90 degrees. Okay. Let's see if I can stretch that out so it'll all fit. And don't look like it. Okay, I gotta probably check the.
How do you erase it? Like delete the thing?
Well, you erase what? What are you talking about? I'm gonna stop sharing and see how far y'all have gotten. You share right now so I can see on your screen how what you mean, what you're trying to erase or do. So let me stop.
Okay.
Let me stop sharing. Try to share mail, okay?
Okay.
All right. So I'm waiting on you. Everyone else, you should be working on just those two and building them.
Cause this is not what you're doing. I'm trying to delete it.
Okay. Whoa. All right. So you see that box? That blue box
This one?
around it? Yeah, just hit the
Yeah.
delete. Once you got it selected like that, Mel, just hit the delete button
Where?
on your keyboard.
Mm.
Okay.
Oh,
Better?
yeah. Way
So
better.
anything you want to remove, you select it for, yeah, you selected that. I guess you want to remove that. Okay. So you got it, right? Can you let go of the screen so I can finish the
Can I
last image?
share mine?
What happened?
Can I share mine? I don't know.
Yeah, go ahead. Trying to see how much time we got. We are 12:45. We are at 120. Okay, so we're not doing bad. Okay, Dajay, you on point, Dajay. You just gotta name them like I named them. What was wrong?
How am I supposed to put the text in there though?
You see the box with the T?
With the T?
Tyler, my last messed up.
You gotta play with it, Sinkai. I think you
Oh,
can't. You
okay.
ain't,
I got it, Mr. Tyler.
oh, okay, all right.
Just
So I'm gonna share my screen so y'all can see again what I typed. I'm probably gonna put what I typed in there so it makes it easier on you. The first one, you gotta stop sharing the screen more so I can show you guys what to do. So I'm gonna show my entire screen right quick. And this is where we're at so far. Everybody should have this much. Don't be trying to do this late at night. That's not fun. Do it now. So play with this now. I got this first one, this first text box. That was the question they asked. What was that you clicked on to type in there? It's called text box. Now I'm gonna take everything in the text box and put it in the chat. You need to do the same. So you can just copy it from the chat and put it in your text boxes once you get your images done. We got one more image to make. That's for your this is your positive work. Okay. In the chat, I put what positive work is. Now I said we have something called 0 work, right? And that's what this one's going to be. So 0 work, let me put what it is. It's right here. It's positive or negative when the angle is positive or negative. Okay. So this is for your 0 work. Okay.
Mr. Tyler, how you get them lines right there?
You mean lines right where, dear?
Wait, the arrows that's pointing this way?
Oh, the keyboard. You hold on the keyboard. If you hold shift.
Oh, never mind.
I know it's there. That's how I did it, but all right. So look, I'm gonna scroll down and do the last one is our work when everything is negative. So let's type in the text box really what that is so you can get an idea of that first. And this one, let me put it over here.
Hey, scroll up real quick.
I can't. Give me a second. I gotta finish this one, then I can scroll up. So it's gonna be 90, and want to make sure you got the proper notes. And that's what theta we said. And you also got to put in there.
Tyler, I'm having trouble.
What type of trouble, Shankar? All right, what type of trouble?
What the lands, and it's not letting me type nothing.
You got to, you mean type in what? You type it in the text box? All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so why isn't it letting you then? You got so
I'm gonna share my screen so
yeah,
y'all can see.
I'm gonna stop presenting and then I'll come right back. So hold on. Okay, now share your screen. What are you talking about?
Man, you could have scrolled up real quick, folks.
I did, young man.
You messed it up. All right.
You're gonna be okay. We're gonna come right back to it. Waiting on you, Sinkar. I'm gonna share your screen so I can see, dear.
You see it?
I don't see nothing. Oh, I see something coming. Yeah, okay. So you trying to change the way that lines are? So you trying to make them straight like mines, right? Sinkar? She turned her mic off.
Yeah, when you present, you can't say nothing because the screen be loading.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I can't say nothing.
I'm looking at it though, Sinkar. So all you gotta do is grab one end of the angle for the line and drag it
Yeah,
down. Yeah, just click and drag.
that's not, hold on.
I just had to do mine all over again.
Okay, well it's gonna take
Yeah,
practice, you guys. Okay, so Sinkar, here's the easy way. Just delete it and put a new line there that you want.
how you delete it?
You got it. You got to press the delete button. Okay, delete what you don't want.
Where's
You
it?
deleted it. Delete the next one.
I don't know. It's right there, Tyler.
What do you mean it's right there? Okay, because you got that one thing selected. That's why. All right, so you got to play with to get this in car, but I got to go back to the screen so everybody can catch the notes. Okay.
Okay.
All right, just play with it, dear. You'll get it. I need you to stop sharing. There you go. Now let's go back, and I'm gonna go up a little bit, like Latrell said, for a second, so you guys can catch up. But we haven't gotten to the meat of the problem, y'all, and it's gonna be hard to get you a break because we got to do the problem, but you needed these notes to do the problem, so we got to get in and do it. So take a second. I think you should see what I'm doing. I'm gonna scroll up a little bit. All right. So the first one looks like this. Looks like an angle less than 90 degrees, but not exactly 0 degrees. And you input next to it this statement, which is, what the heck was that? There we go. Yeah, I can just get rid of you. You tripping. Bye. Okay, so this here is your next one. And that goes with our positive work. Just recapping. We got theta, and this is the second one. So scroll over. It's a 90 degree. And then the last one is going to be, when you have way more than 90 degrees. Okay, so I'm gonna move this over a little bit, and I'm even going to shorten it. And I told you guys you can rotate these lines if you grab one end of them, or you can resize them. So I resized it, and I'm actually going to just take it and I'm going to copy and paste another line right there. So I'm going to take this line and show you an easy way to do this so y'all won't get frustrated. If you come near it, it'll do a few things. It'll either line up for 90 degrees or make an angle. So I'm not going to do any of that. I'm going to say, hey, I want to take this in and resize it to connect to this point here. All right. So now I have the situation that I just told you about for this one here. All right. Now I'm going to save it.
Do you mind going back up?
Yep, I went back up, but here we go. We're missing things. We got to do the problem, y'all. So you could play with that and put this in later, but I can only go back up for a moment because we got to get going. Okay, so this is the end result, right? It puts it into the document for you and it shows you every single form of power, work we got. And it's going to center this so you know what type of works they are in order. Okay, so let me zoom out. And there you have it. Now you need that in your document the way I have it, and you can take your time and play with it. But we also need to carry on with the problem to finish it so I can at least get you guys out of here on time. It's 12:53. You haven't even had a break yet. So, and it's a lot of steps I got to go through for this problem here. So let's set up what we know about work. We have lots of work going on. We got a positive, negative, and a zero work in this problem. We got to know where they go. So we don't have time to draw it out, but understand these are the notes to actually do the problem when you look up on, I want to say Friday. So here's the first thing you need to know. That work total, so you're going to type work total. This is one of your calculations, right? Put total. I'm about to shrink this down a little bit. You use this here to do that. So you go to subscript. So it looks like work total is equivalent to, and what would we say? Well, if how many works do you think are involved? Looks like it's 4. You have the force that's being pushed on. You have the friction forces going opposite. And then you have also the distance, right? So there's a mass and gravity effect, and that'll be used if we have a positive or a negative work. So let me go through these calculations because some works will cancel and we won't have to worry about it, but not all of them will. So as a system, we have, I want to say 4 works. So we have work 1, work 2, or plus work 2, clean that up, plus work 3, plus work 4, because we have 4 works in the system. And just talked about that in the problem above. Let me go back up real quick. Yep. So they said, what's the total work? That's why I said we have work total. Don't want you getting confused. And I'm giving you the equation here for total work. So now that you have that, you want to make sure you understand.
Why you insert this image into the doc again?
You got to click on save and continue, like I was showing earlier. Lisa, yeah, that's negative work. That's the last one. No, wait, did I give you the last one? Yeah, so I don't think I put negative work in there. Negative work above is 90 degrees less than theta, which is the angle in the middle, less than 270 degrees, Lisa. That's negative work. Okay. 0 work is just positive or negative 90. All right, where was that? So what is these work? What is inside the work totals? We gotta, flesh this apart. And if I was in class, I could draw it out for you and stuff, but I really can't right now. So the work total, if we rewrite it, is just simply highlight this a little bit and write what's inside each work. We got, let me turn this off. You don't be feeling like it's enough time. Yeah, sure. So I can only go to 200, and I probably need to change the font so y'all can see. Is that better?
A little bit closer, I can see still.
Okay, wait. I can do this and take it to this. Does that help?
Yes.
Awesome. All right, so let's jump into it because I'm gonna get finished and get you out of here. Maybe 10 minutes to spare. So let's look at all of it. We have what type of works involved. We have the work of the weight of the drum set. So work weight. You got to make those small. So not weight. Just I hate when it corrects like that. Work weight, and drop this weight down. That's one of our works. We have the work. Let me turn it back off again. Turn it off. There we go. So plus, I'm giving you all the works and what they actually are, y'all, from the problem. You got the work that is normal. So it's a force that goes up from the drum set. So we're going to put work. I'll just take it from here, see if that works quicker for me. And that'll be, like I said, work, weight, but not weight. It's going to be normal for a normal force. Then I'm going to do it again. So no, buddy, no, don't do that. So I got to turn this off. Let's see, the line is still small. There we go. Plus, I want another work because there's 4 of them. I said, right? Work 1, work 2, work 4, all that. So what do we got now? We got the work. Let me scroll over so we can see that. The work of, we got the normal force and we have the applied force. That's what you push on the drum set to make it move. So this will be the work of applied force. All right. We have one more work to talk about, and then we can start putting all these calculations into the equations. So turn this off, go there. And like I said, it's the work. So the last one we need to talk about is friction. Because they gave you a frictional force. All right, looking cool. Now we got to keep going. I got the line down here. Yeah, there it is. And talk about what's inside of each of these and how do we calculate them. Now, if I come here, take this joker and put it here, we know the work of the weight is just going to be, you know, mass times the gravity or such. But we know it's what type of force? Well, the weight force is pointing straight down. That's that positive and negative 90. So this is going to be 0 joules. Okay. Or 0 work. I put I said 0. There we go. And then what else? We got the work of the normal force. Normal force goes straight up from the ground. It's exerted by just the floor itself. So that's going straight up at 90 degrees. So that's going to be 0 joules as well. Okay. Next is not joulers, joules.
Can you move up?
Move up where? I'm sorry, dear. I got a lot to cover. I could do this for you. What do we got? The next work is applied. So we have to use force. You don't remember, we did this before. Multiplied by distance for work. Next is the friction. So that'll be the frictional force. That's the kinetic friction.
Can you copy and paste this and put it in the chat?
No, I'm not going to copy and paste that in the chat, dear. I want y'all to type it up. That's cheating. I can't do that. I want you to type it. What was I saying? You got to do, see, it's a friction. It says motion, a kinetic friction force, right? So we're going to come here. So I put in the chat, you're just going to copy and paste everything. But you know what? I will try to put these notes here if that helps. But as far as known and unknowns and the actual steps, you got to type those up. Okay. The last one was friction I was talking about. And that's going to be friction force multiplied by the same distance. Okay? So that is your total work, and 2 of them drop out. This is a positive force where you have force times distance, right? Those 2. And this is a pretty much a negative force because the friction force is always going to be opposing. So when I rewrite all this, a lot of stuff drops out, right? What do we got? Well, we got to make sure we take this away. So we can cross that out because they're no longer being used, right? And now we have force times distance and just the friction force times the distance. So now let's do our known and unknown values. And as requested, I will do that much. We have these much notes to put back in your document. And I'm going to do that because I think you guys got to still make those images. Let's see here. So that is, I think everything went in there. I think it did. So this is in essence everything I put into your document. I put it in the chat, that much. But you have to type it the way I did. Meaning I should see this lowercase weight normal applied. It's not just copy paste it back. You got to make it look the same as I did, or you're gonna lose points for format. These are the steps for plugging everything in. That stays centered. Yep. So it's what, 102. We got 18 more minutes of class. So let's keep going. Because in 8 minutes, I want to let y'all, go for the day and get ready for next period. You 10-minute in between. Gabriel has to come back. He left. I hope he doesn't miss this part. So known and unknown values. Come over. I'm just typing the known values and my unknown values. I wanted to give you the notes on how to do this problem in case it comes up again. On the asynchronous problem, you do not have to do the drawings again. You just got to do the drawings for what we did up here. That's the only drawings you got to make. And then what was our one of our first values? Well, that was force. The force you're putting on to the drum set is 42 newtons. So
Force
that force is the regular force. It's equal to 42.
No.
It's 42 newtons. Is what you said? Was that Sinclair? The frictional force is 22 Sinclair, the lowercase f. So the big F is what you're pushing on it. The lowercase friction is 22. I think that's what Sinclair was mentioning. I don't want you to turn big. I want you to stay small this time. There we go. And it's a lowercase f for frictional force. And put friction
Yeah.
so you can know what it is 22 newtons. What you say?
You called me?
No, I didn't call you. I was just checking to see if you said something. Okay.
No.
Okay. So now I got those two values. What else did the problem give us? Let's go up. Looks like we got the distance, right? So lowercase d. So I'm just gonna take it from here. That's in the problem. All I'm doing is I'm pulling this guys from the problem. I gave you all the highlights of notes you need as if we was in class to do the problem, but the rest is just picking the problem apart and using this final equation here that we pretty much simplified.
Mr. Tyler, you would throw the question in the chat
What question?
right there. The one S. You was
That was already in the chat. Oh, you didn't see it. You probably came in and we put it in the chat, but I'll put it in the chat again for you.
Oh, I see it's right here.
You sure you got it?
Yeah, as well.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So we picked it apart and we got the distance. What else did they give us? Well, they said the mass times the gravity is 54 newtons. All right. So we can say m times g, or mass times gravity. That was the last value they gave us, right? Mass times the gravity on Earth, gravitational force, you could say that too, is, I think it said 54 newtons. Go up and check newtons. So Isaac Newton, yes, 54 newtons. So the final question is, our unknown is, what is the total work? So the total work done, I'll come over here. That's this work total thing right here that I worked out with you guys. It seemed painful, right? I had to do all that so you know how to get through the problem. So we do that, and we said this is going to be. I got to turn that off. It's still lowercase. Okay, there we go. Stop playing with me. Equal to some number we're going to calculate in a moment in joules, and we'll be done with the problem really. So this is, see, it's too big because it's coming downstairs. Come here. There we go. Move you over so it's correctly looking. All right. There we go. And I got to change the font so you guys can see it, because I think some of this is small. I'm looking at the monitor. Some of it is small, some of it is not. Okay. So that is a little bit better. Let's go to 18. That's too big. All right, let's just leave it at that. Okay. So we got to find work total. Yeah, all our knowns and all our knowns and unknowns. Let's come down here and begin calculating. Now, like I said, you have a new equation here, right? Because this crossed out. So let's rewrite what it is actually. It's work total. Just take this whole thing and put it down one, because that's what you need to use. All I'm doing is putting everybody the simplified version without this part, so we can calculate everything. So that is all we have left to use to get this final calculation here. All right, so let's take this here, this part. If you type this up here, it's easy. And yes, you got to have it in your notes, because on Friday, it's going to help you. And I'm going to be seeing who's paying attention. So let's come down. And I'm going to hit enter. And now we're going to apply the strategy that we discussed in great detail. I'm doing pretty good. It's almost, we got 2 more minutes. I think I can finish this off in 2 minutes. And then we can talk, do a technology check, and then I'll let you guys get ready for next period. So what's inside of it? Well, this is the equation we're using. And now we just plug the values into it to see how to solve it. So that would be, instead of force times distance, you would put, what's the numbers? You got 42 newtons multiplied by a distance of what? That's 1.8 meters. Okay, cool. This is going to be 1.8 meters too, because it doesn't change. And the frictional force here, well, that's that frictional force in the knowns. So that's going to be 22 newtons. Okay. So you put these together, my forces combined, they become, let's take it down to 14 because it's too huge. So it becomes that. And now I'm going to come down and we're going to calculate it all together. So I'm going to say work total is equal to, instead of doing it all in one step, because I want to get to the end of the problem, I see it's 109. You're going to calculate in SimBlab 42 times 1.8 and 22 times this 1.8 as well. So you could do it real quickly in SimBlab. I'll type that in. It's like I'm beating the clock to try to be fair to you guys. So 42, that's what we said. I'm putting it in parentheses because you follow your order of operations. 42 multiplied by 1.8, and then as close parentheses, just come over 1 plus, what was our next one? I think it was, scroll over. It was 22. Oh, not there. It was 22 times 1.8. If I hit enter, then it comes back, it thinks, and it says, hey, that's going to be 115.2, and don't forget that's measured in joules. So that is, in essence, the end of the problem. We're going to take a couple of minutes to just discuss this real quickly. I'm going to put it in the chat, the asynchronous problem. You guys got to try that on your own at home. All right. But look, if you look at it, I mean, let's not be like, oh, I can't do it, I don't know what to do. Look at this problem in the chat. Make sure you put it in your at the bottom of your steps for this problem. And if you notice, it's the same exact problem. There's no reason for y'all to feel scared. So it has to be inserted, like I did, into the document as well. But you have until 8 p.m. to finish all of it, meaning I should see it in Ensby by 8 p.m. So with that said, I need to do a technology check. And then one by one, as people confirm their technology is functional, and I'm doing a final check for attendance, I'll release you to your next period. So let's go down the list. Where's the screens at? Here we go, people. All right, I need to see. That's not the view I wanted. It must be a lot of students in here. Okay, where is the list of people at? Okay, so let's like go through and I want to see people's cameras if possible. Turn on your camera, speaking to the microphone.
Yo.
Thank you, sir.
All right, I'm gone.
See you later. 8 p.m. 8 p.m. Okay, camera.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, yeah, I'm here, but you got to show your face. Thank you, Lisa. 8 p.m. Finish everything. See you later. Carter, thank you. 8 p.m.
Mr. Tyler, can I get to like 11 o'clock?
Dajay, yeah, Dajay, you got the work schedule. Hey, Melody, see you later.
Okay.
8 p.m. Yeah, I'll give you a little time there, but eventually I'm gonna need that work schedule from you.
Okay.
Who's that? That's okay. I see you. That was Franklin.
Wait, you need my work schedule?
Yeah, if you have a work schedule.
Like I don't got it in hand. Like I got it.
They don't print out one for you. You guys know how you work, or it's just on a board and you gotta.
Yeah, it was just on the board, like because I know,
right.
like I'm really working like 4:30 to 10.
You said you'd be working 4:30 to 10.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, just take a picture of the board you're talking about. Send me that picture, and I'll try to work with it. But you got until like we talked about. You got till the next day almost. Hopefully before 12. Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna have it to 11.
All right. So get all those images in and type it up. I'll see you later or tomorrow.
Okay.
All right. Let's see who's left in the classroom that I haven't checked on.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, Champagne, did you turn on your camera, sir? I'm trying to see if it's working, and then I can like let you go. I don't see you yet. Did he leave? He's still here. You turned on your camera, sir? Thank you. Okay. All right. See you later, man. Make sure you turn it in by 8. Who else? I got Light 2 and Gabriel. Okay, Gabriel just left. Sinkyra, are you there? She must be busy with the baby. All right. Let me get ready to stop this recording.
Good class, man. Good class.
Oh, it was, dude. I was tired.
Yeah. I seen Binky pop in too.